Alright, welcome, hello. Alright, in this video, we are going to do some sanding. So this is where you're going to use your dowel, your sanding block, and your couple of different bits of sandpaper. So there's two parts that we need to sand. We need to sand the overall shape and get it nice. We also need to sand in here and get it nice. So what you might find is, or what you'll find is, we start with the coarsest sandpaper. This is 80, so that's pretty coarse, it's good. Wrap up our sanding block and start sanding. Now the reason why I'm not in the other room is because this bench here is to take some of the dust away, because when you sand you can get a whole lot of dust. So if we sand on this bench, and there's a couple of benches around here, it'll suck all the dust in. I'm not going to turn it on just because it's a bit loud and it will ruin the video, but after I've finished the video I'll turn it on and suck some of this dust up, and you'll see all the dust that it'll kind of make. And if you want a nuisance mask, if you want a mask just to kind of cover your mouth, come and see me and I'll give you one. Alright, so basically with the coarse sandpaper, you can use your sanding block and start sanding like this. And it won't take you long to realise how important the job is with the file when you're doing this, because that saves you a lot of time. You can still see I've got a little mark there I'm going to try and take out. You can put it down like that and use the file if you want to. See all the dust. You can try some dowel. I'll have some bits of dowel. This is probably an inch in diameter. Chuck your sandpaper in. And it's basically just keep rubbing and sand and try and get those lines out. So the lines are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. There's still a little bit over here. Because we're using a coarse sandpaper, the last thing you do when you think you're ready to go on, just so you get any of the scratches that you've created with this, and then you just go through the next sandpaper. So 120, I just do the same thing again. And you can see that that's a lot better than what it was. There's a lot less scratches. So I just keep going. Once I get it as good as, go over that with it for a little while. Like, even if you're going at it hard, even just 30 seconds with that, and then move on to the next one. So you just keep going through that process. But the next one here is, so we're kind of taking care of that groove in there, but now we need to go around the outside and start cleaning some of this shape up. So what you can do, I've got this here. This is just some sandpaper stuck to a piece of chipboard, and sometimes it can help sand, and it just gives you a bit of a better shot at it, I reckon. So it's looking a little bit better just from doing that. You won't be able to get everything, like you won't be able to get in here with that, but you can sort of start doing around the outsides. I know that you probably want to just jump straight on the disc sander, but sometimes, especially, see how I've cut my line off here? Like I didn't mean to, but I cut it off. If you use a disc sander, it's so easy to make it asymmetrical, so you make one side different to the other. And then it's really hard to fix because you're always taking away until 'til, 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 ' That's why I kind of like to do it like this. If you're going to use a disc sander, make sure that you have a line there. But this, it just does enough every time, and you can start to see that sort of coming good around there. I need to take a little bit more off here, but that's not too much. Yeah, and it's looking a bit better, a little bit there. And you can always go around and do some of the corners as well. You can do the sides on here too. It will make it quite a bit straighter. So look at that compared to that. You can see there's really little scratches in that whole section. I prefer the sanding block, just from habit, I guess. All right, so I'll probably just go through the next round of sandpaper, same thing. But after this, once you've got it nice, then it's time to finish it. So that just means putting on a coat and making it, look even nicer. So that's the next step.